Welcome to the Enchiridion podcast, the podcast where we talk about the new HBO Max show, Fionna and Cake. My name is Ulysses Pedraza, and I am here with Abel.
Hello.
Angel.
What's up, guys?
And David.
Yo.
How are you guys doing?
Just chilling, relaxing, chilling.
Are you guys excited for this?
Sure. Yes, sir.
Okay, how excited are you guys? Realistically,
on a scale from 1 to 10?
Yeah, be honest.
A good 7.5.
Really? Okay, that's pretty high.
I'm content.
Why are you just content?
Because I can.
What about you, David?
I'm doing good. I'm just thinking.
Thinking about this podcast?
Yeah. Looking at my notes.
Really? You have notes?
Yeah, right here.
Alright. So obviously I dragged you guys into this. About a month ago I told you guys, let's start a podcast.
No, it's been more than a month.
That's true.
Well, originally it's been more than a month. I think you've been trying to do this for a year now.
That's true. I wanted to do this for a long time. And what were you guys' thoughts when I said let's do a podcast?
I mean, it's always possible. You just need to be determined and have a goal set.
Right.
You need the right mindset to do that, and I'm glad you're finally doing it.
Okay, that's good to hear. First off, this is a Rewatch podcast where
Correct.
we kind of just talk about a show, and we've decided to do Fionna and Cake because it's more recent and it's a lot shorter than the other ideas that we had in mind. Have you guys ever listened to a Rewatch podcast?
No.
Never.
Not that I can remember.
Well, yeah. What's that called? The one that Davey watches all the time.
A rewatch podcast?
No, it's not a rewatch.
That's what we're talking about. A rewatch podcast.
Well, what is it that you listen to that you think
scary
is...
story thing where one girl is reading off of a thingy that she already knew about.
Crime junkies?
Yeah.
What's Crime Junkies?
They like.
It's like a murder mystery.
It's a murder mystery.
Podcast about, I don't know, local murders or in the U.S.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it's a murder mystery about local murders in the
Okay,
U.S.
Oh no shit, that's what you said 3 times
Hey,
already.
relax.
Wait, what kind of podcast is it? What kind of podcast, Abel?
Murder
Okay.
mystery.
Alright,
Got
so
it.
that's different from a rewatch podcast. What we're going to be doing is watching per episode of this series that we chosen and just going over it. I'm going to summarize it for any potential listeners, whether it's a 1 or 100. Doesn't matter. Yeah, this is Adventure Time. So what do you guys know about Adventure Time?
Adventure Time.
Fionna.
I watch every episode.
And Cake, Finn the human, and Jake the dog,
Mhm.
Ice King, my favorite LSP, Lumpy Space Princess.
What's the name of the heart? The heart that tries to kidnap Princess Bubblegum?
Yeah, record. I remember
What
that.
about the cat that that goes inside
Meow.
Jake's dog?
Meow, right?
Yeah.
That episode was amazing.
Okay, and what about the snowman? Remember the snowman episode where he's like it's like Last of Us where he befriends like a flaming dog or something, and then he has to venture to the lava kingdom?
I don't remember. I don't remember that one, I
No, it's
think.
not Cinnamon Bun. It's an episode just about this
I
snowman.
remember that.
I feel like
Yeah.
I do. It sounds familiar, but
Flame Princess?
I remember. I remember Flame Princess. Was that her name?
That whore.
What? Okay, Abel.
Yeah.
From my knowledge, you don't know much about Adventure Time. Can you tell me what you know?
The Flame Princess.
Uh-huh.
Jake the dog. Ooh, bacon pancakes.
Oh, that song is
Yeah,
legendary.
Bacon pancakes is elite.
Okay,
That's
from
no
your...
Golem.
Snow Golem?
Yeah,
That's his
Snow
name?
Golem.
I don't know
Hey,
if
he
that's his
asked
name.
me the question, not you.
It's okay.
You know the lore.
So, just, Abel, can you explain or summarize Adventure Time to someone who hasn't ever watched it?
No.
Or as someone who has ever
yeah,
someone.
yeah.
I
As
wouldn't
someone
know.
That's like the
who-
worst person to ask.
I want to hear what you know.
I just know that Finn and Jake go on adventures.
Okay.
It's like the
Yeah,
title.
that's like...
That's
pretty
literally
good,
the title.
To be honest with you. No, that's
Adventure
pretty
Time.
solid. Like, if
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched every single episode, and if someone asked me, what is Adventure Time
I mean,
about?
yeah, I
I'd be
guess
like, oh.
that's a pretty solid synopsis.
What's the
That's-
synopsis?
a summary of the entire show?
Or is it a log
I'll say
line? No,
that.
no, no.
A
I think
log
it's a
line?
log line.
What is a log line?
A log line is a one-sentence hook of a show or TV show. Wait, of a show or a movie.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. A synopsis would be like a paragraph.
Yeah, that's true.
Synopsis.
I guess we can get straight into it. Is there any trivia do we have, Angel? Anything that you pulled up before we get
something
started, or do you
away.
want to just talk about it while we're going through the scenes?
We could do it while we talk about it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wait,
so-
actually, no, wait. I do have a quick trivia fun fact.
Okay.
Okay, the first episode where Fionna and Cake first appeared on Adventure Time was season 3, episode 9, called Fionna and Cake. Yay.
Okay.
That's what I remember. Davey
What
was-
happened in that episode? Let's really try to remember what happened.
I don't know any of that.
Okay, from just memory, I know it has to do with Ice King.
Yes,
I
and
think-
Davey's
what's his face?
cheating.
Prince
He's looking
Gumball?
it up.
Oh, yeah.
Prince Gumball. Was that his name? Prince
Yeah.
Gumball?
Princess Bubblegum, so Princess Gumball. That makes sense.
And then Marshall Lee.
Marshall Lee. Were they even in the first one?
I'm pretty sure they were.
Damn,
Pr-
we probably should have watched
Prince-
that
Prince-
episode.
Jackie
Actually,
Chan.
yeah, we should have done that as the first episode. That's
It's
like
okay.
the, as
We'll
like
do
the
that for bonus.
yeah, we
See
can
what
do that as a
fucking-
bonus. But that's actually pretty smart. We should have done that first to see where it originated from.
Yeah, okay. So this show's a little complicated because it is Adventure Time, but we're not starting in the Adventure Time world. We're starting in like kind of a world that is more similar to ours than the Adventure Time world.
An alternate reality, basically.
Yeah. So these Hollywood people are not tired of multiverses. I think this is going to be a trend that goes on for quite a while.
Yep.
Okay. So,
sure.
guess we can just begin.
I
Okay.
thought we did.
We did begin.
Yeah, we did begin, but I'm going to begin explaining it. We open in a vibrant pastel world where Fionna and Cake are chasing a rat bus filled with elderly children.
Elderly children. What the heck?
Yeah, they kind of look like babies, but when in the later scene, you kind of realize that they're just old people.
No, yeah, you're right. It was a pretty interesting scene.
Yeah. Why exactly do you think this rat bus kidnapped these people?
I have no idea.
Can anyone come up with a scenario on how this happened?
Well, actually, no. I might think of something. They were
Okay.
actually candy people or something.
Okay.
Since I guess her dream takes place in the actual Adventure Time universe.
Does it?
Does it? I mean,
Because it looks different.
Cake was talking.
That's true.
Cake was talking. It was obviously a dream. It was obviously a different reality. It's her ideal reality. So I would assume if we're basing it off Adventure Time, and in Adventure Time they had food people, candy people,
Mhm.
they might be candy people too. And I guess since rats love snacks, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
I don't
doing
know.
with this. And I'm kind of buying it. I'm buying that excuse, but this isn't really the Fionna and Cake world, if you think about it, because this is just a dream that
True.
Fiona's having.
True. Yes.
Did anyone watch the second episode?
Nope.
Yeah.
I thought
Okay,
we
okay.
stuck with the first.
watched the
Okay,
second
yeah.
episode.
I guess we
You
shouldn't
cheater.
jump
Let's
to
talk
it.
about
No,
the second
but
episode.
No,
I
first
did
episode.
watch it, and there's a little bit
Okay,
of
no spoilers.
explanation. Yeah, okay,
no spoilers.
no
I have
spoilers,
not
but-
watched. I haven't watched anything. I haven't seen anything online either.
Okay,
no spoilers,
perfect,
please.
perfect. That's okay. Some of the old babies. Okay, well, first the rat jumps from one building to another, and then some of the old babies kind of like fall down to like they plummet to their death. So Cake is like, "Oh, I'm gonna go help them. Keep going," and Fionna incapacitates the rat by throwing a spear at its foot,
Mhm.
popping one of its tires, and they both
One of
like
its
kind
tires.
of fall into a pool. As Fiona's trying to recover, the rat is about attacked when the Ice King comes in and saves her by freezing the pool. Gunther's looking a pretty Rizzler, if you guys remember.
Whoa,
It's like-
was it even Gunther?
I think so.
I thought it was like a
that's true.
different kind of bird.
Oh yeah. It could
So
it could
not
not be
Gunther.
Gunther. Yeah, that's true.
It looked like Gunter, but it wasn't Gunter.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Gunther. Who's Gunther again?
The penguin.
The
and
Ice
it's,
King's
and it's
penguin.
pronounced
The
Gunter.
Gunther?
Yeah,
Doesn't
there's-
he have different pronunciations?
Oh no,
for each?
no, yeah, you're right. There's different penguins, so you're right.
Yeah.
There can be a Gunter.
It
The
has to be the Gunter.
There's Gunter.
which one's the one that
Gunter.
becomes a banana alien?
I have no idea.
One of the Gunthers.
Okay, which one was the one that had the egg? The pregnant one.
Probably the same one that turned into
What?
a banana alien.
Oh, probably the OG Gunter.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, Gunther is a penguin that is actually an alien that somehow gets pregnant, lays an egg, and the egg hatches into a cat.
Yeah. It makes zero sense, but
What do you think of
Adventure
that?
Time, am I right?
That's like demon stuff.
Demon stuff.
Hey, man, it's Adventure Time.
It's a kid's show.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
they do have the Lich King.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The lynching king. Alright, so the Ice King comes in, freezes the pool just before the rat's like about to kill Fiona, and then gives her some high heels or ice skating things, and she kind of just like bullies the rat because he's like stuck and she really doesn't have to do what she does next. She kind of kicks him around. He spins and I think he dies on him. I'm not really sure if he dies or not.
I thought it was the Ice Prince, though, not Ice King.
Oh,
Is he the Ice
The
King
Ice
or
Prince.
Ice Prince?
Ice Prince.
He is?
Yeah, Ice Prince, not Ice King.
Oh, okay. That's my bad. Okay, so she goes to the Ice Prince and talks to him. He's like, "Oh, you did good," or something like that. And she's all like, "Oh, kiss me," or something. I'm not
She
really
falls in love with him
Yeah, I
at
think
sight.
she falls in love with him. I'm
On
not really
first sight.
sure.
I mean, technically, no, not trying to get ahead, but technically she does fall in love with him.
Probably. It would make sense based on later scenes if
Yes.
Cake was more involved in this, but it seems like it's just her. And with the meme where like someone is dreaming of a family with a person they're in love with, and then like the alarm wakes up. I'm pretty sure you've all seen that meme, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that happens, and she's back to the real world. She gets...
Another fun fact. If you look closely at the scene, you can see that the alarm clock is actually BMO.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And this, her waking up from the dream confirms that Fiona and Cake are indeed real, and they just live in an alternate reality.
Yes, I saw BMO, and actually we watched it together last
Yes.
night, and the only time I heard Abel talk during the entire episode was when he saw BMO. He just kept repeating, BMO.
He's asleep.
He's asleep?
I'm not asleep.
You're a liar.
Bruh, don't sleep during a podcast.
I'm not asleep.
Alright, proof you're not asleep.
You just said I'm not asleep.
What scene are we on right
Yeah,
now?
what scene are we on?
The BMO one. And I was like, oh, BMO. BMO.
Alright.
Yeah.
What about the rat bus?
Yeah, what happened to the rat bus?
You guys know
He
where
drowned,
the
didn't
rat bus is inspired by?
What?
The My Neighbor Totoro.
I thought
What?
it was Helen Keller.
My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh, with the Studio Ghibli. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's actually interesting.
Oh, no.
Fun fact, fun
Trivia.
fact.
Wait, what's that one about? Is that the one where she meets a giant animal?
Yes, yes, that one. That's actually really interesting.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So she gets ready for work after, waking up and realizing she's like depressed. And Cake is having some weird hallucinations of ice. She's like sick, upset.
She's
or-
fixated on ice.
Yeah,
She's very,
fixated
very
on ice.
fixated on ice for some reason.
I think she's sick. It's not really exactly clear because it seems like she's just obsessed with ice and not sick.
My first thought about that, seeing that, was that both of their dreams were probably connected. Fiona and Cake's.
Did they dream about the same thing?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Because she's fixated on ice. Think about it. She's fixated on ice, wants to see ice, and Fiona wants to look for the Ice Prince in real life. Well, she's fixated on the Ice Prince
Wait,
too.
Fiona wants to look for the Ice Prince?
Well, she's fixated on him. She's like,
Oh.
she's like upset that she had to wake up because she was living her fantasy, I guess, in her dream. She met the Ice Prince and I guess fell in love with him.
Okay, that does make sense in the later scene.
Okay.
So she gets up, she gets dressed, and she schedules an appointment with a doctor, but the only time she can find is during her lunch break, so she kind of has to take Cake with her. And she goes to work as like this bus tour guide person. Not really sure exactly what her job is, but she's talking to people as they go on a bus
Yes.
ride, something like that.
And
What's that
before,
called?
tour guide, basically.
Okay.
But before that scene, you forgot to mention that it shows Fiona's life, her struggling throughout jobs. I think she mentions she's been through like 5 jobs, or it shows that she's been through 5 jobs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which we call it, which is very depressing. And I guess it's like, how would I say it? so far, it's like basing her life on regular young adult's life. Depressing, I guess. Looking for jobs, just struggling to survive.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so she's in her tour guide. She's in the moment. Well, actually, no, she's not in the moment. She's actually doing a terrible job. She's kind of depressingly explaining details like, okay, on your left, you're going to see
Like a robot.
building. On your right, you're going to see the aquarium.
Oh, the aquarium. Okay, the aquarium. In the aquarium scene, you could see a statue of two gunters.
Two?
Two
Gunters? I saw
yeah.
one.
No, it's two. It's a big one and a small one.
Oh, okay. That's cool, actually.
Yeah.
That the statue, she mentions a statue, and I know this clue, I think. Maybe you can confirm this for me.
Okay.
But they pass by the park, and there's a statue of a woman, and one of the people is all like, oh, who's that statue about? I think that statue is the woman who the Ice King is in love with in the actual Adventure Time
That
world.
actually might be it. I don't remember clearly how she looked like, but it might be alluding to it.
All right, and for Abel, are you listening?
Yeah.
So basically, in the Adventure Time world, the Ice King, there's like a very limited amount of humans in it, and Ice King is one of them when he's not the Ice King. I guess wizards are like not humans or something like that. I'm not really sure exactly what race and species he is when he's Ice King.
Just wizard.
Yeah, just wizard, I guess. That's a race. That's a gender. When he takes off the helmet, he becomes human, and his name is like Simon.
Yes, Simon.
And he has a girlfriend who basically somehow, I don't remember what, she somehow ends up in the Adventure Time world. And at the season finale, she becomes a god to save the world. So she's gone forever, and he doesn't have his helmet no more.
Interesting.
That's what I remember. Not really sure the details, but that's what happens. She gets into it finally when she deviates from her script to talk about her dream, and actually even some of the people she's giving the tour guide to also talk about their own lives and all that. Here we get to see all the characters in the bus. Can anyone name these characters?
Oh, honestly, I don't remember their names, but I do know there are a few characters on the bus.
All right, let's name
that
them. I
that
saw Starchy.
Yes. Well, I don't remember their names from the original Adventure Time, but they did seem familiar, like their counterparts, their human counterparts.
Okay,
I think there were like 2 or 3 people that I recognized from the Adventure Time world.
Okay.
Which is pretty interesting to see.
What candy were they? Maybe I can name them.
Candy?
Yeah. What candy did they look like? I think the guy with the mustache, the guy who looks like just a regular white dude.
Well, wasn't he like a guard or something?
Yeah, he's a banana.
Banana guard. Yeah,
He's a
banana guard.
guard.
Okay, yes.
The mustache, the white-looking dude, like
the guy allergic to cats.
No, the guy allergic to cats is Starchy.
Okay.
The guy who was all like, he was gonna say something, and then Fiona's all like, "Oh, shut up" or something like that.
Okay.
Like he was sitting next to the boss across the aisle.
Yes.
With another person. I don't know who the other person was. Who else was in there?
Marshall Lee.
Of course. Okay, we're gonna get into that. All right. I think I know. I didn't research this. Someone has to confirm this for me. But is Marshall Lee played by Childish Gambino?
Donald Glover, yes.
Okay, that's cool.
That is really, really cool.
Okay, so she talks to the people and she's all like, "Oh, I had this dream where I fell in love with an Ice King," and then Marshall Lee introduces himself. He's all like, "Hey, look, I'm sexy and black, and the reason why you're obsessing over an Ice King is because you got dumped by DJ Flame." And this kind of throws her in a loop. She's all like, "No, that's not true. Pretty satisfied with my life and all that," but clearly she's not. Cake somehow escapes from her cage, or she pulls her out. Yes. And Cake is all like, she freaks out or something, and then the whole place turns into chaos. Chaos ensues. She's trying to capture Cake. And one of the midgets reveals themselves as her boss, who was in disguise. Is this even allowed? Our boss is allowed to like disguise themselves?
I mean, I guess you're not doing anything illegal.
Are they?
They are technically working.
I know police in some way can, but there's limits to that, right?
That makes more sense. I mean, there is a show all about that, you know, Undercover
show?
Boss.
Really?
Yeah, there's a show where bosses go undercover and they like do shitty work, and they're like, at the end they're like, oh, my bad. I understand how hard your job is. Here's $5,000 to help you with your life. Goodbye.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the boss in the Adventure Time world?
Her name is Queenie, I think.
Does that mean she's a queen in the Adventure Time world?
I mean, she didn't seem familiar.
That's true. She could be a new character.
I think she's a new character. I was trying to like look for those small things, and I don't think she did. But going back a few minutes back into the scene, when Fionna talks about her dream, and the other occupants of the bus talk about their dreams too, I was thinking in my head like, oh, are these possible? Are they dreaming about their alternate realities in like the actual Adventure Time too? Because if you think about it, I think when the banana card was talking about living with like candy and stuff.
Really?
Don't quote me on that, but
Okay.
but it did sound like something like they're dreaming about their alternate realities too.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I feel like
But
then
don't quote me on that.
I believe that kind of because everyone didn't seem into it. Even though she wasn't into her job, nobody else was in the vibe either.
Yeah.
But once she started talking about dreams,
Yes.
everybody was all like, oh shit, look, I have a dream too about candy and all that.
Yeah, exactly. But
Okay.
I'm not. But don't quote me. Like I said, I'm
I
not sure if it
believe
was
that.
about candy, but I'm pretty sure it was alluding to their alternate selves in the Adventure Time universe, in the actual Adventure Time universe.
You haven't seen episode 2?
No, I haven't.
I'm excited. All right, so she was the boss was hiding because she kind of got complaints or something.
Yes.
And the tour bus is stopped. Everyone gets out. Here we see that the show truly was not meant for kids because when Fionna is told to turn in her uniform, she flashes her boss, shows her panties, and it's
It's
kind of
more
like
It was like a bathing suit.
a bathing suit.
No, it wasn't. It was her underwear.
It wasn't like she was wearing lingerie. It was more like
It was
bra.
underwear. Well, it was just
A
underwear.
sports bra and like granny underwear.
Okay, I just feel like I don't think that would have ever been shown in, would it? Because,
Nah, it
okay,
wouldn't.
I was thinking it was because, I guess maybe I misinterpreted that because then later she kind of flicks off her boss, but she doesn't. She just pulls out the peace sign. I feel like it was just so easy to just flick her off. Like, well, just why not go ahead with that? Like, you could have just removed one finger and then that would have been the end of that.
Yeah, true.
Nah, it's still a cartoon for kids, isn't it?
No, it's
Okay.
the intended audience are actually young adults.
I have to say this. This is kind of spoilers, but I just have to say it because it's for sure not for kids. Because
Okay.
in the second episode, there's a shit ton of blood.
No, it's not. It's not. Okay, the intended audience are not kids. The intended audience are those people like us who grew up with Adventure Time when we were in our teen years. Right now that we're older, that we're young adults, we are the target audience of the show.
Those people.
No,
Yes, us.
Oh, okay.
we're the target audience.
We're the target audience because we.
That's
'cause we grew
crazy.
up with it.
We grew up with it.
And that's why Fionna.
Except Abel.
No, that's why the show Fiona's about like what I would assume she's in her late 20s because she already has a job. She's living by herself. What most of us are doing too, working.
I believe that. What did you guys think about going back to it? She has one line. I think it's one of her first lines in the real world. She says, "I don't want to go to work."
Oh yeah.
What did you guys? Did that come off as cringy to you guys?
No,
like
it's
be
just,
honest.
No, it's just relatable.
No,
Super
because
relatable.
who wants to work?
Exactly.
Okay, maybe it's just me.
She's also doing like brain dead work. Like,
You know, it's relatable to many people of the generation that grew up with Adventure Time, that they're young adults now.
That's true.
60% of Americans are depressed and don't like their jobs.
Yes,
God
exactly.
damn, that's
Exactly.
terrible.
And you got to remember, our generation, this generation, we want to work for money, but we also want to enjoy our time. Versus previous generations, they want to work, and not have time for anything. Versus this one, she needs the money, but she also doesn't want to devote her life to working like previous generations.
Mm-hmm.
So what does she want to do?
Oh.
Live in Adventure Time.
Yeah, she wants
She
to-
wants to kiss Ice King. This is what she
Ice
wants to-
Prince.
Ice Prince, my bad.
She just wants to go on adventures.
She wants her cat to die.
To die? No,
No.
she wants to save her
She
cat.
wants her cat to talk. Is what I was.
Oh
trying
yeah,
to say.
yeah. You're right. Yes.
So I guess, yeah, that kind of answers my question, but it's still, even if this show is really for us, she should have just flicked her off, like, honestly.
No, yeah.
I'm still on that.
No, I mean, yeah.
Alright, so she kind of walks away to the bakery where we find the male Princess Bubblegum, who was named Carrie, and he's, like, far from being a prince or any kind of royal member. He's, like, just a minimum wage worker at a bakery, heavily depressed. A bakery, yes. He is a master, though, at sweets. So when...
I wonder why.
Abel, do you know anything, like literally anything about Princess Bubblegum and Marceline? What do you know about...
Marceline, like, doesn't suck blood. She sucks the color red.
Does she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does she actually?
That's true.
I don't
That's
remember
true.
that.
That's
Princess
true.
Bubblegum is like very like OP, but I think if they take away gum from her, she gets younger or something.
Okay, both of those things are true, but how about answer the question of both of them? Do you know anything about Marceline and Princess Bubblegum?
Oh, they're lesbians.
Yeah. All right. Can someone explain the lore? Maybe David.
The lore?
Yeah.
I don't remember the lore.
I just remember Finn really liked Princess Bubblegum, and he was devastated.
Was he devastated because she was lesbian?
I don't remember.
When was the
They don't
breaking
come
point?
back.
Relatable.
When was the breaking point?
I don't remember, honestly. I couldn't tell
Anyway.
you.
They became a couple in like the end of the show, I think.
No,
became a
they
couple?
didn't. Finn did not. Oh, you're talking about Marceline?
Marceline and
Oh, yeah.
Princess
Okay, I
Bubblegum.
think it
The
said
breaking
Finn.
point? Oh.
The breaking point, like, when did that end? They did date, though, when she was a kid, though, right? Did they?
No.
Or she just flirted with him?
'Cause she was like older and he was
She
like,
played with her feelings?
Oh,
I
damn.
like
feel that.
12.
Sure,
Damn.
we can all relate.
Relatable.
Down. Alright, so she goes to the bakery. Tired, pissed off. So to cheer her up, Gary gives her his latest invention, a gingerbread man, which
With
is
cranberry sauce. Was it cranberry
I
sauce?
thought it was
Okay.
raspberry.
Raspberry sauce. Yes, it might be raspberry.
I would kind of have expected something more spectacular. 'Cause
Yes.
I don't know how hard a gingerbread man is to make, but I don't know what kind of bakery thing is super hard to make. What's like the deluxe of bakery things?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you guys think is the best thing you can do with bakery skills?
Make a cake. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I mean, no, actually, making a cake is easy.
brownies.
Decorating the cake is hard.
What if he showed her like a shoe, and
A
then like,
shoe?
oh, cut into it, see if it's
Oh.
a good shoe or not.
like those trends, like, oh, is it
Yeah,
cake or
I
not?
feel like it would have been more impressive if he did that, because he kind of led up to it being the best thing ever.
Oh, wait. Okay, so in Adventure Time, I know that the people, well, I don't know, if I remember correctly, the candy people are created. Is that true?
Yeah.
Or like
I-
Princess Bubblegum creates them? Or something like that?
I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
Because do you remember the zombie episodes?
Yes,
of
I do
Adventure
remember
Time?
the zombie episodes.
I think I really don't remember, but the only three things I know is that Princess Bubblegum, there's not just one person, it's like multiple,
Okay.
but they're all different. Like, they all have like different names and genders.
Yeah.
The zombies have something to do with it, and she has a brother who's like some giant nipple monster.
Full monster?
So all those threes combined is the Candy Kingdom.
Oh, snap. That's quite interesting. But but going back into that, it might make sense, right? Because if I remember correctly, too, there are cookie people in the Candy Kingdom,
Are you
too.
saying, okay,
So
are you saying he was making a Candy Kingdom person?
yeah, I would assume
okay.
so. Because if you think about it, he made lots of them later. Well, I don't want to get too far ahead, but he was making more.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
And
What
he
happens
and,
next?
and he works. Just think about it. He works in a bakery with sweets too. Most bread is sweet, and if you paid close attention to it, when he was making that coffee or whatever, when he was doing the foam arts, it he drew a swan, and in Adventure Time, Princess Bubblegum uses a swan to transport throughout the mushroom. I was gonna say Mushroom Kingdom, throughout the Candy Kingdom.
It is the
So
Princess
many,
Peach.
what is that word called?
Easter
Lore?
eggs.
Easter eggs.
There are many Easter eggs. You just gotta pay close attention.
Yeah, man. There's lore here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's kind of sad, because then there's a rat that comes out, and I think Kate. I keep calling Kate.
Kate?
Cake starts chasing it around, and then this tiny British person comes out, or like German or something like that. I'm not really sure what her accent was, but she comes out and then is like, no, rats are supposed to be in bakeries. Stop chasing it. Like,
That's kind of gross.
just yeah, like what the heck? I mean, I love rats. Like,
Abel, David, since you guys work in the restaurant industry, is that actually common? Is it normal to see rats around?
I've never seen a rat.
You, David?
I play the fifth.
Yeah, he plays the fifth. He plays the fifth.
Yeah, man,
He
I
might
see
have.
rats every day, but they're in my cage.
Oh
they're
yeah,
in my house.
you own rats. You
Yeah,
have
I
rats
have
as
rats.
pets.
So yeah, that's why I was kind of devastated when the bus died.
Oh.
And, like, I'm glad that she saved the rat, but like, she's kind of like a bitch or something. Like,
Why do you say that?
Because she goes up to Gary and she's all like, "Oh, stick to tradition."
Oh, no, yeah,
and
yeah,
then
you're right.
She grabs his gingerbread person
Oh,
and
no.
throws it on the floor,
And it dies.
and then she grabs a muffin too. Like, what the muffin do? You know,
For
like
real.
she throws it at the floor.
So aggressive for no reason.
Yeah, what's up with midget bosses in this episode, guys?
Yeah, oh yeah, Queenie is a midget and she was angry. I don't know.
Didn't you
Short
throw it
people,
for
short
the-
tempers. Haha.
Oh, that's what it's about. That's kind of
Probably.
like sexist or something. What is
Sexist.
it? No, what's it called? Shortist.
Shortest? Yeah.
It's shortest or something. Gary gets a little bit depressed, and Fiona's trying to cheer her up, but then she remembers she has an appointment, so she has to leave. She gets out running, scoops up some more cookies, because he, like Angel said, he made like a bunch of them.
Wait, appointment to where?
To Cake's dentist appointment.
No.
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 to Cake's vet appointment. All right.
No,
my
he's-
notes are
no.
screwed up. Yeah, it's the vet.
No, it's not.
It's not? What,
It's not. Think about it.
what is it?
Princess.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she
Space
schedules and...
Princess.
Oh, no,
No,
that's
no.
later. That's
First.
later. I'm about to get to that. Wait, it is the vet.
No, because when she was running out, when she was about to run out,
Mm-hmm.
Prince Bubblegum or whatever his name is stopped her. And he was like, "Oh, I know someone better who could do it for cheap."
That wasn't
No.
Princess Bull. That was Childish Gambino. She runs
Oh,
out.
my fault.
And
My
she,
fault.
she almost trips.
Oh no, you're right.
over-
You're right. My fault. Okay,
Yeah.
keep on going.
Childish
My apologies.
Gambino trips her. Not trips her on purpose. She's turning the corner. He's like in the corner singing like a bum. You know, he's like the people we see in the streets singing. Not to like be mean to those people, but like realistically, like, come on, like, that's kind of bummy. Anyways, he's singing, showing his talents. You know, we all know that sweet tone. What's your guys' favorite Childish Gambino song?
Oh, This Is America. Oh,
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
you
But
good?
it's a good song.
Abel, David.
Is that one song Redbone or?
Oh yeah, Redbone, the one that turned into a meme. I like Redbone, but like when Carl Weezer sings it.
Oh no, there's actually this song that my girlfriend showed me.
What?
I forgot the name, but it's very. I guess I would consider it experimental.
Is it AI or is it
No,
actual
it's
Childish
it's
song?
it's his actual song, but it's like very experimental. I listened to it with my eyes closed and it felt like I was in the dream.
Oh shit! So,
Oh,
so
let's
you
see.
gotta send me the link later.
Let's see if I could find it.
Anyways, so yeah, this is when he saves her from falling down, and she's all like, "Oh, what's his name again? I forgot what's his name in the show."
Who's
Marshall Lee?
Marshall Lee. Yeah, she's all like, "Oh, Marshall Lee, thank God you're here. Like, your mom is my landlord, so can you like tell her to like
Oh yeah.
skip the rent or something?" I forgot. What
if she could push back the rent so
Yeah.
she could have time to pay.
Yeah, exactly. And she's all like, "This vet is gonna cost me some money," and he's all like, "No, I'm not in speaking terms with my mom." Probably explains why he's like in the tour guide. He doesn't pay the tour. He's like in the corner of the street singing. So I guess
Yes.
there's some lore there,
Probably got kicked out.
something
Probably.
like that. He's all like, "But I can do you one better. Instead of paying for a vet, how about you just go to
Oh.
a secluded part in the
A friend
park,
of his.
and my friend can just kind of heal your cat or something." She's all like, "Oh, thank you," and all that. Or I wouldn't really trust a guy in the park, but she agrees.
He seemed untrustworthy. But...
Yeah. So like, sure, why not? So, damn, I'm like so far ahead. I
Okay.
wasn't even reading from my notes.
Going back to Childish Gambino, the
Mhm.
song, I found it. It's called Me and Your Mama.
Is that a real? Oh, you're talking about the one you were listening to.
Yeah,
with your girlfriend, right?
yeah. The one she showed me.
Oh, okay.
That would be one of my favorite songs from him, I guess I would say.
Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
She goes on anyway. She's makes it to the park. She's walking through a dense part of the forest when she runs into like this buff-looking dude who looks like a lizard, and he tells her to come with him to a secluded part of the bushes to show her something special. And then he makes her blow on his dandelion.
You mean Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter. What did you guys think about that part? That was probably my favorite part of the episode.
I mean, his design was kind of weird, but I know it's supposed to be
That was the
Huntress's counterpart, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, his name is Hunter. He
I
looks
mean,
like
the
a
same
lizard.
eyes.
Yeah.
Same eyes too, kind of. I don't know.
At first, I thought it was the Finn's clone.
Finn's clone? Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah, he has a clone named Fern, but
Yes.
I mean, like, if his name is Hunter, probably not.
Probably Huntress, right?
Yeah. But what's even better is that he's like, oh, I'm not the guy you're supposed to meet, but he is, and he points to Lumpy Space Princess, who, or the male version of Lumpy Space Princess.
What's his name, though? Do you know?
No, I don't know his name.
It's
What's it?
LSP.
LSP, that's what
Ellis?
they call him? Yeah.
Ellis, like ELLIS
Uh-huh.
P. So it sounds like LSP.
Oh, is that how they spelled it?
Yeah,
that's
LSP.
actually clever.
Well, in Fionna Cake, it's pronounced
Okay,
LSP.
that's pretty clever.
Yes.
Okay, so Ellis is all like, hey, I don't really do things without payment. And she's like, oh, here's these cookies that Gary made. He's all like, oh, that's pretty delicious. Here, let me heal your cat. So,
Payment accepted.
Yeah, payment accepted. He gives the cat catnip. He doesn't really do much, to be honest with you. He just kind of like asks her questions about her life.
No, he says, "That's like the cat wants you to tell me."
So he
what's wrong
basically
with
doesn't
him."
know anything.
Yeah, he's just bullshitting.
He's just bullshitting, yeah.
Why did Marshall Lee send her to this guy?
He's a bum.
Oh,
They're
shit,
both
this dude-
bums.
Is Marshall Lee like Marceline?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What? So we were talking about that.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so I guess Marshall Lee hangs out with a bunch of bums. I don't
Yes.
even think Marceline even hangs out with Lumpy Space Princess in the real
No,
show.
no, did they?
Never,
Interacted once?
probably. But like, never. That
Yeah.
never happened. So Ellis says, your cat wants you to tell me what's going on. And this is where she kind of vents. She's like, well, maybe Kate. I keep not remembering her name. Cake is pretty depressed because I live in an apartment. She's usually just stuck in the city. She needs to explore the town and all that. And he's like, yeah, there's a lot of great places around. You should definitely do that. During this, Cake is having, again, another hallucination. It's
Another fixation, you mean?
yeah, this time it's real. She sees a portal with the Ice Princess, which is different from the Ice Prince. I'm not really sure exactly what was going on there.
Oh, yeah, the ice cream vendor, huh?
Yeah, that wasn't like... I guess it made more sense. I wasn't really sure what the Ice Prince was about, but an Ice Princess would make more sense, because if the Fionna Cake world is like...
The prince, yes.
It's
Prince,
switched
a king.
genders and all that,
Yeah.
you know, that made more sense.
That is true. That actually, you have a good point.
Yeah.
Why in her dream was it an ice prince and not an ice princess?
Maybe he's the villain?
Who
Oh,
knows?
that would be sick.
Who knows?
Anyway. Oh, yeah, episode 2. Anyway, the Cake is all like, oh, shit. No,
Wait,
she doesn't say anything.
I didn't watch that.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't, but there's some...
He's alluding to it.
there's some... There is kind of explanations. So, Cake runs off, jumps into the portal, which is in the ice cream cart thing, and Fionna chases after it, but Cake is gone by then. And that's pretty much where the episode ends.
Really?
Yeah, so I guess we have to continue on to episode 2 to see what happens. What did you guys think?
Well, honestly, the first episode, David did tell us that the first episode was boring.
It was a
But
little slow.
It can make sense though, because it's introducing the character, the main character. So of course it's gonna seem or feel more slow.
I feel like half of it was like an exposition episode,
Yeah. I would say that too.
What's
but
exposition?
where they're just kind of explaining rather than showing, you know? Like
Yeah.
they're... And I mean, I don't think it was fully an exposition show, because it was like they did show us things, but I wasn't really impressed, to be honest with you. Like
For the first episode?
the time frame from me finding out that there was a Fionna and Cake episode to me watching the first episode was an hour.
Oh,
Like,
snap.
I never knew any trailers or anything like that. I just saw a post on Instagram, and then I just, like, kind of, like...
Immediately watched
We
it.
immediately watched it.
Nice.
So, I didn't even have time to formulate expectations. I jumped into it cold turkey, and... Yeah, I mean, it was whatever. I did watch episode 2 right after.
No spoilers, please.
No spoilers.
Spoil.
So that was, I guess I would just say, I was not impressed, but I was invested to see what happens next.
I would say it was a pretty fun episode for me because I was glad to see all the little Easter eggs that they put, from the Gunters to the alternative gender swapped people. That was pretty interesting to see.
What would you rate it?
Well, first get into you two. What did you guys think?
It was an okay episode. What else? I don't know. Abel,
What?
what did you feel about the episode?
I'm just waiting till more episodes come in so that I can have a full perspective on it.
Oh, that makes sense.
I
He
think
wants
so
to-
too. It's a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot more
I
happening.
like just waiting it out.
So
It wasn't a bad episode. It was slow, like Davey said. But what is it?
I feel like it didn't hook me. 'Cause, I don't know. Like, all these
nothing hooks
characters,
me because I got a
They weren't.
short attention span.
It's like not a hook episode. Realistically, if this was a
It's supposed
show,
to be, isn't it?
No, well,
Well, I didn't feel invested in these
I don't
characters.
think it was supposed to be a hook episode because, like I said, the intended audience are people who already knew Adventure
yeah,
Time.
exactly. Like, they didn't really need to make it a hook episode. It's
Yeah.
like they just show you like the first episode,
Just cause.
and you have to watch the rest.
Exactly. Which makes more sense.
I feel it. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty invested in what happens next. Like I said, I only watched episode 2, so I still don't know what's going on. But I mean, there's gonna be some more interesting people. Not to spoil anything exactly, but there's gonna be so much more Easter eggs. The Easter eggs
Oh.
don't stop; they keep going, and some of them are even shown in full, if that makes sense.
In full, what do you mean?
There's some Easter eggs hatch, is what I'm saying. And that's pretty much what I think about it. That's pretty much it.
Wow. Interesting. Well, I'm very excited to see the second episode. I will watch it within the next few days, probably.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, technically, you guys can just start watching the whole season, but we're gonna do this bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly, so 2 times.
Bi-weekly?
So
Let's do it
it's one time every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to stress out about this since this is just like, this is my first podcast.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's a test of a test.
And I'm pretty sure all our first podcast,
Yeah.
and I don't really want to stress out or make this a weekly thing. None of us
Yeah.
are getting paid for it. We're
Just
still
do
pretty
it.
new to talking.
Yeah, just do it for fun for now.
Yeah, for fun. This is a little side hobby of mine, and you guys hopefully are as equally interested in this as I am.
I definitely am.
I think it was I don't know if it was easier doing a rewatch podcast, because if we did a podcast that was just us talking, I'm not really sure how that would go. Plus, I have interest later.
Yes.
Maybe we can do a different one since this is our first one. We might do something later. Depends on how this goes.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. So to the one person who's listening to this that isn't any of our relatives,
Hi, Mom.
that isn't one of our relatives, thank you for listening. Even if you're the only person who's listening right now, pretty cool. That's pretty much all I have to say. Any ideas for a sign off? How do we conclude our episode?
Well, just say goodbye. Bye, guys.
Hasta la vista.
Baby.
That's pretty much it. Yay. We finished the first episode.